Hello, here I am again to talk about another top 10. This time it's for Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis, like all the others, have been in my life since I was a child, starting with Die Hard, movies like that. So, this is my top 10 for me of what I like to rewatch. So at number 10, we have got Looper, starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Bruce Willis. This was a genius film, and I can see why Disney hired Rian Johnson to be the director of The Last Jedi. If he'd have just stuck at this, he would go down a legend with me, but because of what he did to the Star Wars franchise, which is a separate thing, I kind of have a little bit of hatred towards Looper now, because he used this as a stepping stone to deliberately destroy The Last Jedi. But this film is fantastic, and what they tried to do with the budget, which was only 30 million, is try and make Joseph Gordon-Levitt look like Bruce Willis, and it's kind of convincing. So I'm going to put that in at number 10. Now I'm going to go for Sin City at number 9. Sin City is a great film. It's beautifully directed. The colour schemes and the comic book vibe is wonderful. The sequel, not so much, but this one is great. Does it have an all-star cast? Yep. Is Bruce Willis' character just as important? Yeah. And I think he plays him brilliantly. So I'm putting that there. Next is 12 Monkeys. This is a head trip of a film. Brad Pitt's great in it. Bruce is phenomenal in this film. And yeah, I like to rewatch it. It's good. Now, at number 7, what have we got next? Lucky Number 11. I went to see this at the cinema, and I remember thinking, this is a very intelligent film. You could tell it wasn't going to make huge numbers, but the story itself was very adult, very clever, and Bruce plays his part phenomenally. So I'm putting that there. Now, The Sixth Sense is at number 6 for me. This is a great film. I've seen it, I don't know how many times, at least 20. And you're always trying to look for new clues each time you watch it to see if you could tell if he was dead. And of course, you always see it now. But the first initial twist, this was the start of something good, and Bruce was a part of it. And although he doesn't speak much in this film, his acting's great. So I'm putting that there. Now at number 5, with Die Hard with a Vengeance. This sometimes is on par with the first one. However, upon a rewatch, I realised that I only like the first half of the film. Well, love the first half. The second half, something happens. Well, even though it's great, but there's like a drop of the ball slightly, and that's why it doesn't outshine the first one. It doesn't end as good as you want it to. But it's still a great film. And the Simon Says games are great. Like, I just wanted a full film of that, if I'm honest. And as soon as they stop, then the fun stops. So I'm putting that one there. And at number 4, I've got Unbreakable. At the time when this first came out, I was on a high from watching The Sixth Sense, and it was like, give me more of this director. He clearly knows how to do a twist. And he does it again in this film. Like, some people hate this film, they say it's boring. But both performances from Samuel L. Jackson and Bruce Willis are great. Like, the build-up, the twist at the end is superb. The relationship with his son, his wife, it's all very cold and negative. It's almost like it's a glimpse of his character in The Sixth Sense. Like, the relationship is dead between Bruce and his wife. I can't remember the character names in this. But yeah, it's a great film. and it uses the superhero genre in a terrific, realistic, probably the most realistic way I've ever seen. So I'm going to put that one there. Now at number 3, I have got The Last Boy Scout. This is like a sleeper hit. Everybody loves it that I know, but this never got a sequel. It's a buddy cop movie that could have had more to it, but it just didn't. And I love rewatching it. There's so many one-liners in this film from Bruce Willis that just land. Like, his comedic timing is superb, and the dynamic between him and Damon Wayans is brilliant. So I'm going to put that there. Now, I've got 2 more to choose from, and at number 2, I'm going to go with Die Hard. Now, most people will hate me for that. They'll be like, oh, Die Hard's Bruce Willis' best film. It's an amazing film, but it's not my number 1. We're introduced to John McClane in this, and it's the start of something big. Did they know at the time? What a gamble to place Bruce Willis in a role like this, and it paid off. It spawned loads of sequels. 4 sequels. Are they all good? No, not really. But did it invent something that people want more of? Yeah. It's a great movie, but it's not my number 1. So now my number 1 top Bruce Willis movie and performance is Pulp Fiction. Like, every time I watch this, I'm so intrigued with his story. Him wanting his watch and how desperate he is to get it back, because it means so much to him. He actually looks like a boxer in this. Like, he looks frightening, but he's gentle, especially with his partner, and just his role, his whole scene. Like, give me more of that era. Like, it's just great. You're glued to it from the start to the finish, even though it's out of coherent order. You can work out what's going on, and there is an unforgettable scene where Zed has got Marcellus Wallace down in the basement, and Bruce is patiently trying to creep back in and choose the weapon to destroy these people who are hurting Marcellus Wallace, let's say. And it's just an amazing scene. Like, if you've never seen this film, go and watch it. Bruce Willis is superb in it, and it's my number 1 role of his. So if you agree with that, that's wonderful. Like, subscribe, whatever it is that you have to do, just do it, and it'll help me out. Thank you.